Hello! Welcome in, everybody, to this week's session of New Blood by Night. I'm your host, your storyteller, your dungeon mistress. Let's round robin and meet our players. I'm going to pass it over to the one and only Luke and Anime Memes.
Hi, I'm Luke Anime Memes on Internet Land, and I play both Michael and Lucian. And I'll pass it on to Jaqi.
Hello, I am Jaqi, and I play Mori, the assassin who's not sure if emotions are a good thing. I'll pass it over to Aurora.
Hello, I play Aurora in this game, and player's name, me, is Spectre Zero, just your average time-traveling dimension hopping android, and then passing it over onto the player known as Deville.
Your boy, just another villain, coming at you playing Damien and Artemis and whatever he wants to call himself from here on out. And I'll hand it back to our storyteller.
If you are interested in being a part of a game like this, go ahead and click above on the profile. Over on YouTube, you'll see links to my Twitch and other places that you can find me. You're going to want to hop into the Void, which is the Discord, and sign up via the player queue. That being said, let's recap for listeners at home. What does the pack remember about last time?
Well, the last session was pretty much just about making sure to heal Gwen, which is kind of like the last remnant of Azriel that everyone has a connection to an extent. She was healed, she was taken care of, and then everyone eventually slowly shuffled out of the room in the hospital. Mori got to meet this nurse, got to talk to her a bit about, some things that she lost that she's lamenting. And she, hey, if you ever need to talk, here's this card. So she got a card from this nurse, who's probably more than a nurse, but we'll get there. Then Aurora and Robbie had a very in-depth conversation with one another about, what's really going on, like why did Azriel have to go? Why are tensions just really high and mixed and with anxiety and people having a lot of resentment or animosity towards one another. And Robbie was just kind of more or less everything's just royally fucked up. What we are is just, fucked up. Even with that, eventually Damien inquired to where he was, asked him where he was. Then they had a conversation reminiscing about, when they were just human, they used to hang out and do stuff during the day, whether it was golfing, playing video games, board games, Mia, the whole family, barbecues, normal, human beings would do during the day. But now the light and humanity has been snatched from them. Now they are stuck in the light of the moon itself and in the darkness of the shadows. And for Robbie, he misses that since he's still new to this, whereas Damien's I did this for you, and I understand there would eventually be some sort of A, resentment, and B, frustration with it because he went through it himself, but it took him a year to adjust, being isolated from everyone and kind of squashing a part of humanity to be accepting of this new personal role that he has within this new form of society that he's in, on a large technicality. After Mori had her conversation, she hunted, she found a junkie to feed on. And then after all that was done, she decided to go back to Azriel's to rest for the night. And luckily she got to rest for the night. She did notice that when she went back, the assassin's gone. Mariah's still there. She's just in a coma, and she found a spot for herself for the night to rest. Eventually, Damien did come and pick up Robbie and Aurora kind of watched from the shadows from like behind some bushes to see someone new in the car that she doesn't recognize. And that was probably like a new level of anxiety, because it's like kind of like collecting Pokemon at this point. Like you're just gaining new allies, and you're not sure if these allies are going to coexist with the people you have this very tenuous relationship with as a whole. So Aurora is very conflicted about that, and Stone was kind of there to be a comfort for Aurora, because he just came out of the shadows, not like the Kool-Aid Man, more subtle. As we, go further into the night, Robbie was, he needed to eat, Lucian needed to eat, Damien needed to eat. Robbie was able to eat. I believe Lucian got to, because he set himself a finger for a snack. Whether that helps or not, debatable. It was kind of a mess. There were some sirens later on after some screaming happened, so they just staged it like it was animal attack, because animal control, backup, sirens, all that fun stuff. Then we fast forward to the next day, where Mori awakens from torpor, grabs a few things, leaves Mariah in the apartment condo, I believe, one of the two, for Azriel, and grabs some mementos to drop them off for Gwen. And as she went back to the hospital, she saw Peggy there, essentially saying, hey, there's some really funky stuff going on, possibly Homeland Security. And Mori and Aurora both kind of believe it's potentially a hunter organization within the town investigating what's going on due to the event that happened with Azriel. So that's being investigated. So that's kind of the last time they're probably going to see Gwen. And as they left the hospital, invisible under the shadow of a discipline that Mori had, they were followed by that same nurse that was chanting some holy prayer, following them, seeing them while they were invisible. And that's where we left off. If you want the whole details, it'll be on YouTube. So by all means, go over there, hit that like button, give the subscribe button a little smooch, and tell us who you love, who you hate. I would love to hear it.
Thanks, Phil, for that. And for previously helping me off recording camera. Everyone can go ahead and have a storyteller willpower. All right. Tonight's session begins in a round robin way. Each of you will get a turn. We'll role play a scene or two with you as you move about your first activities for the day. And so we are actually going to start with Michael or Lucian. Make a rouse check.
Michael will wake up. You passed.
Okay, your hunger does not increase. The wakefulness is nothing groggy. It is like a rubber band snapping into place. One moment, zero recognition and consciousness, and the next being acutely aware of everything in your surroundings.
I think the first thing Michael does waking up is he kind of puts his hands on his face and puts his face into like the little trademark smile of him. It's very measured and just preparing himself to face the day. And he goes into his internal checklist of I need to put the hair dye in my hair that Artemis told me to do, and then I'll check to see what Artemis needs.
How long does it take you to do 30 minutes for your hair, correct?
Probably.
Okay.
Maybe a little longer. It's the first time doing it myself.
Just roll me a d10. I'm going to use that to narratively make a decision for me.
10.
And I'm using the old character sheet for you still?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, got it. Understood. I'm just looking. Damn, okay. Oh boy. Okay, it really does only take you the 30 minutes. You wash it out, easy enough, and you move through this new structure. This new structure having been set aside for the pack for very specific and particular reasons. The building itself, nondescript, hidden in plain sight, if you will. But it is the basement and then sub-basement that make it truly unique. Vil, would you like to describe anything about this building?
Sure, yeah. So it's like one of those large, like, manufacturing, like, industrial warehouses. So it's pretty big. It can house quite a bit of things. But it's been retrofitted to kind of be, like, gutted out, essentially for, like, storage more so than distribution or manufacturing. So with that, there is the... Are we in the basement right now? Is that where Michael is?
Mm-hmm.
If he were to go above the basement, because there's a basement and then there is a sub-basement. If he were to go to ground level, the ground level will probably have Mia and Hanson, because they're not in need of the dark. Which ground level, it's very wide, very spacious, but it has been meticulously laid out in immaculate detail. There is a corner that has an entire setup with like probably 5 or 6 monitors, a couple of PCs right next to it, a whole layout for somebody who needs to do any sort of search, what have you. With an unnecessary gaudy layout like that. Then there is a whole section that is quartered for medical supplies, medical table, that is partially set up because Robbie was supposed to finish it, but it's only partially done, unless it was done during the day, which I would imagine so. Then there is also a prison cell that has been made in a corner. It took quite some time, because while Damien did find this, he had to have Hanson kind of make a makeshift one, but as time goes on, it'll be like an actual cell for someone to sit in if they need to keep them locked away as some sort of prisoner. On the inside and out, there are CCTV set, so people can see the camera system that's been set up. They're very subtle in how they are, because it looks like they can move in a 360-degree angle, but they still kind of have like a rustic nature to them on the inside and out, to where they can see around. It's also if someone is observing, it's a looped footage, more or less. So like with a day and night cycle, that way it just looks normal whatsoever. And if someone tries to look at the footage, then from an external standpoint, they can't do anything about it. There's like a small like dinette kitchen, as well as a potential possible area, which I haven't been approved for yet. And then there is the escape, which is essentially a hatch that has been made by Hanson meticulously in a slavish fashion to escape to the forest, which would have a means of getaway.
Okay, and with that, Michael, to find where Artemis is, unless Artemis specifically told you where, it's going to require you to roll an investigation. An intelligence and investigation.
Okay, I'll do that.
Also to add, there are beds for Hanson and Mia to sleep in as well, in the floor level and in the basement level, if they so choose.
It sucks.
With 2 successes, you don't find Artemis immediately. But you do find Hanson sitting at a bank of computers. It looks like something out of an FBI movie. There's a snack station. It's set up with coffee and other quick bites. From here, Michael, you can hear his heartbeat. It elevates when he sees you. His head perking up. Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Have you seen Artemis yet for the day?
I have not seen Sire yet, but I am happy to see you.
Of course. We'll be working together.
Oh yes, I most definitely look forward to it.
Of course. I'll be glad to help you in any way I can. For the good of Master.
Oh. How tall is Michael?
Did you do anything to his height, Bill?
Maybe give him like an inch or 2.
Okay, he's like 6'2", 6'3" then.
Okay. Hanson is not a particularly tall man, but he is a handsome man. You can definitely see why he would... he's got a face that women would like, but regardless, when he stands, he says, "Then you can reach this for me." And he hands you a light bulb after pulling it out of the drawer and says, "One of them went out today."
Of course. Which one?
He points. Gets you a little step ladder.
I'll go ahead and just take out the old light, put in the new one.
He takes the old light, throws the old light away, claps, and gives you a star sticker on your chest.
I just kind of tilt my head, like, seriously, but then I just smile.
Positive reinforcement.
It's okay. I don't need any positive reinforcement. It is my pleasure to be of service.
He just chuckles and then goes back to his desk after a bow.
The other one up here might like the positive reinforcement, though, and I'll tap my, like, head.
I have a different colored star. Would you like one?
Save it for whenever he comes out.
Most excellent. I shall continue the chore charts then. And you see the spreadsheet that he's making is literally like things that need to be done pretty consistently. It's very organized.
We haven't seen Master Artemis yet. I suppose I should do something while waiting for him. What do you think, Hanson?
I could offer you some suggestions if you would like, sir.
For some reason, in my head, I know how to do something about wards. I think that would please Artemis, don't you?
Oh, most assuredly. But I don't dare speak on his behalf.
I believe he'll enjoy it. And if he needs me, just call for me. And I'm gonna begin just starting putting wards out on our base.
Okay. Let me look at your character sheet. This is going to be a roll.
It's in the advantages section.
I definitely know you're going to be rolling blood sorcery. That just
Oh,
seems-
it's intelligence plus blood sorcery
Okay.
for the ritual.
That's what I needed to know is which one.
It was before the ward section. It says all the... I gotcha. It took me a second.
That's okay. It's all over. Okay. And then just let me know what you get.
Oh, that's really good.
Rouse the blood first in order to use that.
Yep. I get a little more hungry.
Okay. Okay.
I am a hungry bad vampire.
And where are you warding? There's a lot.
I want to ward
Go
the first warding area I'm gonna do is to the first basement.
Okay.
Make that first threshold protected.
Okay. So one of the two ways down.
Good.
Because there's multiple ways into the first basement.
Yep, I'll do them one at a time.
Okay. So the first one, what'd you get?
9 sucks with a messy critical.
Okay. It feels heaty and very magical. The magic, though, is like the swelling of power in you. Not so much like ozone or anything different in the air. It's you. I'd like you to roll a composure and resolve for me.
4 sucks.
Okay, you managed to stay Michael as the power of the kindred washes through you. Your blood bubbling in an effervescent way. It's excitement, it's power, it's addiction, really. But you roll high enough with your composure that you're still Michael. And then shortly thereafter, you're called over a PA system. It says Master Artemis is awake for the evening.
We'll head back up to report for duty.
All right, sliding over to Vil. Go ahead and make a rouse check for me.
You want me to make a remorse test as well?
I do.
That's a 1. That's a failure. It takes hunger up to 4.
Okay. The next ghoul of yours that you see, you will absolutely feed on. You also need to roll a frenzy check.
Well, hopefully my luck has resist frenzy.
Okay, so
Succeed?
Yep.
So don't freak out.
you don't immediately wake up and just attack whomever.
And guess that's also a success, so I can use my stains. Nice. Let's do it. Wonderful. Retain a sense of humanity. Fantastic.
My question for you, Vil, is where do Robbie and Mia and Hanson each have their own rooms in here, or are those?
I would say the basement is kind of like the
Barracks?
best he could do for the
Like-
best he could do and to make it less like a barrack is to like have
Like partitions, like false partitions.
yeah
Okay.
yeah just partitions. That's the best he could
Okay,
do.
so yeah, it kind of looks a little wedding venue because that's honestly where Hanson had to shop. And so they're just large accordion partitions that do a little bit to block sound, but barely any. And he's like partitioned out like bedrooms for everybody. Makeshift doors are just really heavy, thick curtains. So there's some semblance of privacy, but regardless, you wake up. Alone.
Like, I would imagine it's illuminated, but like
Your
no
room?
Mia, no Robbie.
Your room is only illuminated by a very dim blue light on your personal desktop. The screens aren't on.
For the moment, he's not going to bother with the desktop at all. He's just going to leave it in its off state and try to see if Robbie has woken up and if Mia's around.
Okay. Moving over to Robbie's little partition, you can hear that he is moving around, but he isn't like up, like, and going.
He's going to let him have his like alone time, like his personal.
You
know.
do hear him and Zero whispering at each other. So you can't really make out exactly what they're saying, but they are talking.
Is there like any heartbeat in the basement area?
What's an awareness for me?
Just 2 successes.
No, not that you can tell.
Like he lets out like an audible sigh, just like, and will open the hatch up to the actual level. The base level, ground level.
Okay, there you hear heartbeats. And the question is, Michael, because this would be hilarious if Hanson got on the PA system, because he has like sensors and cameras and whatnot, and he calls you, but literally like he's right in front of you, right? Like if Damien is coming up the steps that you're warding, fucking hilarious. So anyways, Azriel, I just want you to roll a D10 for me, and I want to know, is it from the outside that you're warding, or is it like from ground floor to like basement floor that you're warding?
I'm warding from the outside. So like if you're an outsider coming in, you go through the ground floor and you're going down, you'd hit the board before you even went down.
Perfect. Okay, so
6 on that D10.
Okay. So Artemis sees you, like, because the little hatch that leads up to the ground basement, right, the ground floor, across the way, you're all hunkered down and like bleeding on the door and like scrawling sigils all along the frame.
I give a smile and a little wave with my hand that I'm not using to inscribe the sigils.
PA system, you know, Master Artemis is here, which is a little annoying. Maybe Damien. Hanson's chipper voice.
Where's Mia Hanson?
Over the PA system. Oh, getting coffee, sire. She's right here. Would you like me to put her on the system? You hear her, I'm not getting on the system, Hanson.
I think I can just walk over her and talk to her.
Oh, of course.
I'm well aware you like the PA, but...
He like stands
right
up
here.
over the big bank of computers and literally waves at you. He's like 50 feet away. Like, hello.
He's going to like in like kind of an aloof nature, walk over to Mia.
She's eating a protein
Nice.
bar and has a cup of black coffee. Her hair is unbound. So all those light brown, golden locks are just all the way past her hips in a waterfall. She's in one of your t-shirts and some boxer shorts. She still smells like sleep.
I see you're having the breakfast of champions, huh?
She looks at the snack cart. We definitely need a fridge.
I mean,
And a stove.
that should.
Hanson's like, those are on the way. I ordered them. And flowers. Because I thought you might like them, Miss Mia. Fresh ones. Plants, even.
Hopefully you ordered them to a fake location, correct?
Oh, of course. A P.O. box.
My God.
Good job, Hanson. Oh, thank you. And he puts a star on his cheek.
Wait, I'm not gonna ask about the stars. Like, if I were to get closer to Mia, like, there's something I want to do because he would like to move to her. Is she sitting on like a bench or a
No,
bed?
she's standing. She's literally standing. She's like mid-eating coffee, like just woke up. Standing there.
He's going to like stand behind her, like, don't freak out or anything. Just want to do something I haven't done in a while. And he's just kind of going to like run his hand through her hair just to feel something.
It's very soft. She turns to look you over her shoulder. You're allowed to touch my hair.
Yeah, I know. It's just things feel different now, so I just wanted to do something that felt remotely normal. He's gonna run his other hand through her hair and just sniff it.
She does kind of sleepy groan when your hands trace from like her scalp all the way down. It's a little bit of a like a you keep doing that. Then you hear her slurp the black coffee and take a couple more bites. Like, I would kill for some eggs and bacon right now. Maybe a side of pancakes. Ugh. Chocolate mousse.
Tastes like ash to me now. Just dirt. Remember what it smells and tastes like. Just... I'll live vicariously through you.
She smiles. I think that's one of the most positive things you've said in the last couple of days.
Probably. Having a place to call home again is nice. Even if it feels like I've built a miniature military warehouse.
It feels a little bunkerish. Feels a little conspiracy theory. The aliens are going to suck our brains out of our ears a little bit. I'm waiting for the tinfoil hats, but apparently we're getting flowers. Wow. Yay. Who's that guy? Points at Michael.
That's Michael.
Mm.
He's someone I found last night. Just kind of wandering amongst the forest. Just seemed lost.
And you just brought him home. Fully trusting.
Brought him home. I mean, he won't do anything.
And why is that?
And he just moves. He moves closer to her ear. Because he's bloodbound and he won't do anything.
I don't really like the way that sounds.
It's a necessary evil, sadly. Azriel's gone. He left, so he's no longer with us.
She's looking at Michael.
So
I hope he's happy wherever he is. Maybe it's good he got out.
some people ain't built for it.
I need to talk to you about something serious.
By all means, go right ahead.
Not here. Not right now. But soon. Maybe after a shower. Maybe after we get something better for breakfast for those of us that still have a heartbeat, huh?
Sure, that's fair.
You want to do something else that's normal?
He's gonna give her like a kiss on the neck.
Oh. Pretty close to what I had in mind. She takes your hand and says, "Come on, Stinky. We're gonna shower."
I don't... it... Fine.
I'll rewrap your bandages.
Fine, I'll shower. Michael Hansen, I'll be back after this to, and he points at the gaudy computer system over there to do something that I haven't done in a while.
Of course.
And Wabi wakes up, tell him we're just taking a shower.
Of course.
If he asks. I mean, there's no need to scar the kid.
Right. Fair enough. And he just allows himself to just be taken by her. Like, he doesn't resist, he just goes with it.
Okay. Michael, the moment they're gone, and you finish your ward, Robbie comes out from the hatch, Zero on his head like a hat, just like holding onto his hair. He yawns hard enough that his jaw pops, and when he sees you, he stops.
Good morning, Robbie.
Who are you right now?
It's me, Michael. I must apologize for whatever Lucian did to get under your skin.
Can you, control that guy? Squints.
It's a bit of a wrestling match, actually. It's like we're driving in a two-seat truck, and we're both wrestling over the control of the wheel.
Do you suck at wrestling? Is that what you're telling me?
No, Lucian just gets excited, and he's hard to contain when he gets excited. I do sincerely apologize on his behalf.
You didn't do anything.
You're right. but Lucian won't apologize. So I have to do it for him.
You don't have to do shit for him. And he goes over to like the coffee pot and like stares at it. Sniffs.
Want to try a trick?
What do you mean? Like a card trick? Zero is like chittering. What?
Looks like you're missing some coffee right now.
What Michael doesn't hear is that Zero's like, yeah, I fucking love card tricks. I'm amazing at them. You know, they once called me Master Houdini. Zero Houdini. That was my name. I say you don't have no idea what he's saying. He's just going off, chittering. Yeah, I would love some coffee right now. But that's not gonna happen. Do you know if we've heard from Aurora or Mori? He scrubs his face.
Who are they?
Never mind. What's your trick?
For some reason, I think I can drink some coffee. And I feel like if you drink some blood after that, you can maybe get the taste. More of an experiment. I wanted to see if it worked.
I don't think I'm really grasping what you're saying.
Have you ever tried feeding off of somebody after they did anything specific? You get a sense of what they were feeling.
He looks
Somebody having a bad day.
He looks instantly uncomfortable. He kind of stiffens a little. I guess. Yeah.
You could always try asking them to drink some coffee or have some sort of meal that you wish to have and enjoy it through them.
That's a thing.
I don't know. It's an experiment. I was going to see if it worked.
He looks over at
I've tasted the emotions.
Hanson. It just feels weird.
I've heard it feels good for them. But you have to be careful.
What do you mean?
I heard Lucian told you how I like to feed on other kindred.
Yes. What?
It's easy with kindred. They're all monsters. There's nothing to feel guilt or shame about. But if you choose to feed off the ones like him, I'll point over to Hanson, you have to be careful not to break them. It can feel good for you and good for them.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Artemis told me to look after you, protect you.
Did he... Why do you call him that? That's not his name.
That's what he told me to call him.
What the fuck? Robbie rubs the back of his neck. Looks at the coffee cart. Yeah, well, the last time I had anything to eat, didn't go so well in the parking lot, so I'll have to pass.
I'm gonna pour myself a glass of coffee, give it like a sniff, then take a sip.
Okay. Do you have the advantage eat food?
I do.
Oh. Robbie just watches. We're just waiting. Yeah, you're gonna regret that.
I'll take another sip.
Any minute now. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna flash him with a smile.
any minute it's gonna happen. I know it.
I'll hold out my wrist. Do you want to try?
He is just staring at you.
Come on, I'm inviting you.
You're gonna throw that all up any second now, and there's gonna be blood all over this place.
I'll take a bigger gulp. It's nice and hot. And I'll kind of like squeeze my arm to just get my veins kind of popping a little bit.
You see Robbie swallow. His eyes look down a large vein in your forearm and then back up to your eyes. How are you doing that?
Don't know.
How are you?
Something in my head's telling me it's okay. Takes another sip. Takes a moment, like licks my teeth.
Feels a little. Zero just shouts "gay," but you don't know what he's saying. Yes, Zero, thank you.
What's our little friend saying?
Just that it's seems weird. Seems kind of weird.
Isn't everything we do weird as Kindred?
Go ahead and roll a charisma and persuasion if you're really going to push this.
Charisma persuasion. I have more dice than I thought for this. So that's a messy critical for 6 successes.
Oh my god, 6?
Yeah, I'm a charismatic guy. What can I say?
It feels weird. You just holding your... Doesn't...
Only weird if you make it weird.
Well, definitely making it weird.
There's nothing wrong with making it weird if you want to be weird.
No, I mean, not like... You get the feeling that if you... With a 6, if you nibbled and started the drip, he would taste it.
Go ahead and do that, yeah.
It's a little manipulative of you, but you know what? It gets the results.
Yeah.
Gets the results you're looking for. So you offer your wrist to him.
As he's drinking, I'll make sure to take a drink of the coffee.
Yep. That elicits a little bit of a moan, and it's only when he doesn't. It's not a lot of a drink, right? It's just like he takes a sip of coffee, like one swallow, and then Zero is making the sound that kind of sounds like a laugh, and then he pulls away, and there's confusion on Robbie's face, and he kind of slaps your hand away and is like, "Okay, that's fine. I get it. Great."
You able to taste the coffee?
Yes, cool, awesome. Shut up, Zero. And he throws Zero on the coffee machine. So he lands on like the top of it, and Zero's just pointing at him, squeaking, and then runs down, grabs like a fuck ton of protein bars and runs off like a little bandit. And Robbie's like, "Shut up, you little bastard!" And then looks at you. His blood is
Did he lick
roused.
the wind close?
What?
Did you lick the wind close?
No, do it yourself. And he's gonna...
Proper etiquette.
He runs away
Can't leave the...
as well. And Hanson's like, puts a star in your wound. There you are, sir.
I'll lick my own wound close. What did you take of that, Hanson? Was I too rough on Robbie?
He's just smiling and shrugs. It is your prerogative, sir. However, I will be informing Master Artemis. The sire must know that you attempted to... Well...
I have nothing to hide from Master Artemis.
Best of luck to you.
Michael just gives him his very measured smile.
All right. And then we're going to, meanwhile, across town, so we get everybody's kind of wake up thing. But before then, we're going to take a very small pee-pee break. Very small. Okay, roll a rouse check.
All right, guys, here we go. Yeah, instant frenzy. Wake up frenzy. It's gonna be a great time.
Hey, you know, at least the only
I'm
person you can
hungry.
hurt is yourself. Wait, you're at 5?
Yep.
Very bad.
Yeah. If you get another one, you instantly torpor, right?
So hunger. Yeah, very, very hungry.
All right, Aurora. We're going to decide this with a dice roll. Just roll me a d10 and tell me what you get.
Oh, what? Okay. Ooh, sweaty. All right. Oh, 9. Oh my god.
When you come to, you are in unfamiliar territory. There are 4 corpses surrounding you. And you do not remember how you got here. These corpses, not all of them are human. But one of them is. Aurora, you have no hunger. Please mark a stain on your character sheet.
I'm gonna put in the history section. Yeah, Aurora immediately starts to I don't even know how to like hyperventilate, panic. Like she's everything.
Somewhere in
And
this
she's shaking.
panic, you have no phone, no purse, nothing but the clothes on your back that are now covered in blood. One of these corpses is an elk. Its chest and neck shredded in an animalistic frenzy. There are others. The other animals you can't really identify. They are shredded. And even the human corpse. It has been mangled beyond recognition. What do you do?
Am I in a cave? I'm in a forest. Like, am I in the street, the alleyway? Like, because I was in a penthouse and now I'm where exactly?
Your surroundings are narrow and hot. They're also metallic. You can smell when you sniff the air, blood and salt. You think that you are in a shipping container somewhere on the docks by the beach.
Oh no. And she has nothing on her, right?
Just the clothes on your back and the sated hunger in your belly.
would just... I think just she would be overridden by panic, being unused to her surroundings, and kind of begin to shake and just... So animals and then one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
She looks for the person's ID, I guess, because she's like, she doesn't know what's happening. She's like, oh my god, who is this person? What have I done?
Okay, investigation and intelligence.
At least I don't have any hungry dice. Sad. All right. Yeah, Aurora is just not good. Oh yeah, these dice definitely reflect that. I just want to let other people know I rolled 7 dice. I got a 2. Yeah, she's shaken.
His clothes are torn, but you're able, with a 2, to put some kind of semblance together. Security guard. Maybe a park ranger. He's definitely a guy in uniform. His ID is heartbreaking for Aurora. In a lot of ways. The first thing when you pull the trifold from his pocket that you see is a photograph of a very beautiful family. His name is Caleb Darwin, 34-year-old male. As you search the contents of his wallet, you find some petty cash, like $150. The $100 bill is folded up in such a way. You find a sticky note letter, written probably girlfriend or wife. You find a key that looks like it's to some kind of P.O. box. A lot of business cards. It looks like this man had punch cards for a lot of locations. Definitely a foodie. Because of the resonance that's swirling through you, Aurora, you know that he died afraid.
Oh.
I would like you to add another stain.
Yeah, I was about to say, that is definitely going to be 2 stains. Oof. Without a doubt. Even without, knowing he's afraid, that would have automatically been a stain. Oh, God. Does that lower my humanity? Like, what else?
Do you have points between where you are in those stains?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're good. You'll make a remorse test later. Yeah.
Oh, God. Does it look like there was just an animal that just ripped them apart?
Yeah. And you realize that your ears are pointed forward, your hands are still slightly clawed, you actually have a tail. You don't know how many hours this has been.
Because of this, can we retcon the call that was at the end of the previous episode?
We'll say the call happened. However, we'll say that Aurora, in failing this check, right, I'll word it like unique narrative circumstances that had her pushing for her care and concern for Mori over her own self-preservation, but then ultimately the beast, the animal that she is inside, simply snapped. And surprisingly, calmly, Aurora hung up the phone.
Okay.
And with dedicated ferocity, a single-minded focus on a frenzy, she hunted. It wasn't necessarily a lack of control, but absolute control until the shipping container. Fueled through her recent learning of survival, with the beast in the driver's seat, her taking the backside shotgun. The other thing that she would notice, the tattoo that was across her womb, a piece of it is missing. Like some type of ward spent, some piece of the magic disseminated.
This is bad. Oh boy. Okay. Aurora is going to try to open the shipping container door very carefully and check if there's anybody around.
Okay, so she's gonna roll a stealth and dexterity.
That's 4. Whew. Oh no, sorry, that's 3. Sorry, I lied. 3.
The door,
Just 3.
the door itself is pretty heavy. But for the most part, it's quiet, save for a very mellow groan. Everything is dark. You see asphalt, parking lot, actual docks, the wooded slats that lead out to piers. Overhead, there's the equivalent of street lamps. You are...
How close is Aurora to the ocean?
When she steps out, she realizes she is on a tankard. And all she would have to do to plunge into the water below is leap from the side.
Aurora, with the wallet in her hand, she first of all just throws the wallet overboard. And just teeters on the edge. The weight and the guilt. And the worst part, not even being able to remember. The loss of sanity, the loss of control. Just the responsibility of everything. I think, if this is all right, hold on, let me message you.
Yes, she can attempt. Even if it's like a surprise,
But
like
would
it jumps up on her. I still want you to roll, because then I want you as the player to describe kind of what jump scares her in this moment.
Okay. Yeah, because I think it would be the only thing that's holding her back from falling into the water. I just wanted to make it clear that this is not something she forces or thinks about. It just happens.
Yeah, I'm just having you roll for me narratively. But yes, good distinction for the listeners at home.
That is a 7. And think it's like because Aurora does have cat's grace. It's that moment where there is a rock, like the boat just moves ever so slightly, and instead of falling over, she finds herself falling backwards, back into the tankard, and just looking at the stars.
And as her player, what are you thinking would keep her from returning to that ledge? What's something you want her to see? And it can even just be a brief declaration. Like something worth continuing for, or it could be like something that helps her feel better about what just happened. You know, choice is yours.
It's just the sheer fact that she can't die until everybody else is saved. Not yet. She can't. Everybody else, and by everybody else, she means Fenrir, she means Stone, she means Mori. No matter how hard it hurts, she has to get back to them. She has to make sure they're okay. And she just reaches out, tears streaming down her face. She just wants them to be okay. She wants to protect them.
Okay. So as she rolled 7, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So with 7 successes, as the ocean causes that big ship to tilt, because it's so massive, the tilt isn't a lot, but it's surprising, and that's what catches Aurora off guard. It's mostly clear night, partially cloudy. The clouds are chasing the twinkling stars. And one moment she's looking at a cloud, and the next, the cloud becomes a screen. And these images, they overtake her entire vision, as if the cloud has descended, enveloping her in these scenes. She sees 3 kids, each one with curious coloration. They have patches of white, one in several locations, almost as if he's spotted. But they're far too young to have any kind of gray. They can't be more than 2 or 3. And so their downy fluff hair, that's mostly dark, with these shocks of white, is cute, endearing. There are no words, only the sound of the ocean and some of the night birds calling. But Aurora sees Nina. She sees this artificial sun, because if she was really looking at the sun, it would be a problem. All of them are finger painting on one of those crappy vinyl covered trailer tables, but the place is clean, even though it's old. It's something. And she gets the distinct impression that it's Nina's. She gets the distinct impression that these children are Nina's. And there's something that she doesn't experience often as a kindred, and it's akin to hope. Her human side. That part of her that is still clinging desperately to what it means to be alive. As the image changes, pulling away, moving through one of the open windows where a breeze is let in, there's a clothesline connected to the side of this trailer. There's someone else standing in the sun. At first she isn't sure who it is, and then instinctually, you know that it's Fenrir. And there is wildness about him. His hair is this long shag. His face is rough, as if cut from pine wood. He looks like he smells like the wilds, like sandalwood and earth. He's not wearing a shirt. He's sun-kissed. He's covered in scars and tribal markings. Around his neck is a claw. Looks like it belonged to something large. And he is wrestling with clothespins, trying to contraption them. He seems uncomfortable in this flesh. He's barefoot. When he gets frustrated, he barks instead of cursing. He looks human, but he just barely. There's something strange about his form. Even though he struggles with the dexterous attempt with these clothespins, these are the ones that you twist the top, drop down, and then twist to close. So even though he's fumbling with this, and he's excruciatingly feral looking, there's peace in this moment. There's no words, but you see Nina lean her head out, laugh, point at him. He does a full circle, and the movement of the full circle just completely reminds you of a dog. And then he just frowns, barks at her. There's no way opening his mouth like that is words. To which she laughs harder, shushes him, and you think maybe she's telling him to practice his alphabet, but he says nothing. You have no idea where they are. The location itself doesn't look familiar, but it's probably somewhere safe. They're surrounded by green, a fence. It doesn't seem like there's any other trailers around. The next image that she sees, the next scene, happens as her vision, almost like the camera twists 180, and there's a blur as the scenes change. It's nighttime. And there's a single man standing on a hill. And this hill boasts what could only be described as a wisteria willow. You have no idea what kind of tree it is. It's low, wide, hanging from it are large fronds. And they're connected to almost whip-like branches that just sag, and the purple flowers that they've bloomed. This is probably a spring night. And there's several of these trees on this hill, and this hill is somewhere mountainous, overlooking a city down below. The city is lit up. Its carbon imprint probably large. There's a sudden rasp, and the rasp of the lighter causes Aurora to jump because there's noise in this scene. And as the camera moves so that you come around this stranger, you realize it's not a stranger after all. He's still youthful, but he's aged. You can see it in his eyes, and the way he dresses and holds himself as he brings the cigarette to his mouth. A small ferret makes an appearance under his collar, putting a little paw on his cheek. You see that it's Robbie. And he's looking at your city down below. You're surprised when you hear Zero's voice. You gonna be all right, kid? And Robbie just says, I'm gonna have to be. And then he flicks the cherry of his cigarette, steps on it, and turns, walking away from your sight into the wilds. What you're not expecting is the motorcycle engine, the rev and roar. Whatever highway he takes, he's never coming back to the city. And then the camera twists and pans to what he was standing on or by. A singular, large grave. Rest easy. Together you found your peace. The last thing that Aurora sees is actually the Darwin residence. It isn't as happy or as pleasant as Aurora first assumed. And surprisingly, as she witnesses what unfolds within this colonial, it isn't guilt that she experiences. It's almost a sense of purpose. Caleb's wife is dying. Caleb's mother has moved in to assist on child watch. There are two of them, roughly the same age, probably fraternal twins, if anything. What Aurora knows as she watches this scene is in less than 5 years, Grandma will die of a heart attack. She can hear the restless heartbeat in the scene. And these two children will be left to no one in the middle of their high school or late middle school career. Aurora, it is not your human side that offers you this solution. It is almost an apology from the feral creature inside of you. After all, its ferocity is survival for the both of you. And should you plummet into the waters and you not make it deep enough, the both of you won't survive when the sun rises. And so its solution is simple. Watch them from the shadows. Guide them. Nurture them in the only way a monster can. Manipulate their situations so life is a little more beneficial. An apology that they will never hear. An explanation for the death of their father that they will never know. but in some twisted way, hope. Hope for a monster. A creature from the world of darkness. When you come to, the last vision that you see is Peggy. And she is dressed just like her sister. Her same quirks. Looking over this city. She says, I am the night, and I'm Batman. Whether or not Mori, you, Damien, Mia make it, there is distinct hope that at the very least, Robbie and Peggy will. Though your eyes remained open, you now see the sprinkling array of stars above you, the slow-moving clouds. You feel your back still on the metal ground, the tar top of the tankard. You return to your senses, the sound of the night birds and the sea, and the very heavy scent of blood. What do?
Aurora says, kind of to herself in a whisper, get back up. I need to go home. And she gets up and she goes to that tank with the guy.
Okay.
Is there paw prints anywhere around the ship, this tankard?
Inside, yes.
Yeah.
Outside,
Okay.
no.
How far does she think she's from the city?
Walking, hour and a half, 2 hours.
By ocean?
No, because you're still in a pier.
Okay.
It's just, imagine like a modern warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on some kind of potential naval operation. Not necessarily governmental or military, but
Is there a forest nearby?
yes.
All right. She's going to transform into her wolf form. Does not get a hunger, and she's going to put her paws all over that, as if to go over and leap off the tankard and lead the footsteps to the forest.
Okay. What does she do
And,
after staging that?
She's going to transform into an owl using the thing that she was given, being Sabat, and go towards the city.
Okay. From here, we're going to meanwhile over to Mori, simply because I want to roleplay out this next little scene, and then we'll go back to Damien's compound. Mori, you are dumbfounded when this nurse finally gets to you. She can't see you, but she has a sense. And you hear her before you guys finally take off, so it'll be your choice if you engage or not. She says, I just wanted to check in on you. Make sure that you're okay. The girl you brought in last night is just fine. But there is undoubtedly an aura that emanates from her in significant measure. But you don't think she's aware of it at all?
Is there a corner that I could hide Peggy?
Yeah, you could just... Because you guys are... I think she followed you so far, even outside, so you can just push her in the alleyway near the dumpsters.
I'll just bring Peggy to that area and just not that she can see. I'll put like my finger to her lips, and then I'll uncloak. I'll go around the corner.
Casey is looking out the parking lot completely... She's confused herself. You can see that the gears, they're turning, they're spinning. She's questioning, and she's not really She's 2 seconds from shrugging and just, you know what? Nope, not even gonna think about it.
So am I sure whether or not the words she began to chant were in fact like holy? Were they things that I remembered Father Montenegro ever saying?
Very similar, yes.
I think Mori would come out right behind wherever she is standing
Okay.
and just finish the sentence she was saying.
Casey, when she spots you, she gets there's a surprise and then an instant expression that is soft and worried. And she moves towards you, and the way that she moves towards you is like a mother. Like she's gonna embrace you, but she doesn't because medical practices.
Right.
She just says, "Hey, you okay?"
As good as one can be, I suppose. After losing the one they love.
Did you call those numbers?
No, I was going to, though.
Good. In her scrub, she pulls out a small notebook and writes a couple more. She says one's her number, and then one's not a hotline here at the hospital, but a local hotline.
She kind of looks down at the numbers, just like, does she put like her name next to a number?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
Okay. Oh, I thought the one you gave me last night was yours.
I've got 2. One for here at the hospital, but this one's my personal.
She just stares at the number for a second and is debating on whether or not to even bring up the fact that she might have a talent for, or maybe already be talented in, true faith.
Have Mori roll a intelligence and occult for me.
Will do.
Yeah.
Let me find my dice. Intelligence and occult. Just the 2. I'm gonna rouse, because why not? Above. Rolled a 10, so that's a success. That's bad. I'm gonna use the storyteller willpower. Much better. Okay, that's 4 successes.
There is a part of you, more or less the part of you that, like, the scheming Kindred part. It's not as loud as some of your other pack members, but in telling her this, it could open her options. There is undoubtedly going to be hunters of some degree in this hospital, especially with how public that murder was. And if they run into
Right.
Casey, they're going to know. So you could play it as like you're a spiritualist and give her like a hint if people come around talking to you and mention this, you know. But
I think after a moment... Sorry, go ahead.
it's up to you if you want to run it serendipitous like that, more or less.
I think she shakes the thought from her head. She doesn't want her to become a weapon. She just wanted her to protect herself. Be able to protect herself. And, Mori will just say, "How do you know I was leaving?"
Oh, I guess you could say a small voice. Just a feeling, really, to come out here. And there you were.
Just a little something. It might be wise to listen to that voice. We'll keep you safe.
She has like a comfy smile. And when she smiles, her padded face, she is heavy. She's very pretty when she smiles. It causes her cheeks to apple, and she's got dimples. Gosh, this woman in another life probably would have been worshipped as a deity. It has so far. And she's gonna reach out and take your hand.
I think I'm stunned from the shock of just like her just like reaching out.
She says, "Oh,
you're
so cold."
Well, it's what happens when you don't live necessarily a good life. And Mori, I think, has the face mask on, and she's just going to like show a corner of her face. A little bit of the scarring.
Life's hard. But it's a good thing we don't have to do it by ourselves.
Right.
Do you read,
Well,
Nanami?
not for fun.
Have you ever wanted to?
I don't know. Wasn't really a luxury.
She writes a little website down. And you see that it's something called Facebook. And she invites you to her book club.
The website?
Yeah.
She'll just kind of like laugh. Don't really have internet, but I appreciate it.
Well, give it a try. It's always internet free at the library. And if you work late or you're going to school, you could just park it in their lot and hop on. It's a lot faster in the night. It's not as many people using it. It's a good group of ladies.
I'll think about it. You know the girl in room, it says Gwen's room number?
Not personally.
She's going through some pretty terrible... Something bad happened to her. I don't know if it's something you can do, but just look out for her, please.
She just says, "Sure thing. I'll take a look."
Give like a small half smile, and Mori says, "Take care, Casey."
You too.
Before she turns around back to the alley where her sister is and leaves.
When you get back to Peggy, Peggy whispers, "Can you see me? Am I invisible to you? When I look down, I can't see my hand. It's a little scary."
Oh, yeah, you know what? She's not being very quiet, so I'm just gonna use Sense the Unseen.
Yeah, you can see her. Peggy's totally
Yep,
picking
and
her
I'll
nose right now.
Very attractive. You having fun in there?
You lied to me. You said you couldn't see me. Wipes it on her pants.
Yeah, I couldn't see you then, but I can see you now.
Okay, well, okay. And she blushes a little. I'm really hungry. And, I'm an emotional eater,
Right.
so I'd like to stop at the donut place before we do whatever else we're gonna do.
Donuts, not like, I don't know, something a bit healthier?
You're right, let's go to Scrubs.
Sure. Actually, yeah, let's do that. I need to make sure Aurora's okay.
Peggy.
I'll just call her. Do you have a car? I don't have any car.
I didn't-
I don't have any vehicles.
Yeah, I brought my cruiser. But, I don't know if we should take it.
So we're walking.
Okay, let me just get my stuff out of the car. This is the Batman era. We're now vigilantes. We're vigilantes. We're now vigilantes, and the girl that I like. Great. You know what? I'm gonna get 10 ham slams. You wanna know what those are? No, you don't, because they're made with yesterday's grease, and they're just a donut stuffed with cheese, stuffed with honey, with sausages, hams, brisket, and more cheese. Not to mention the bacon is
concern on
cooked.
Mori's face.
The bacon is cooked inside the tiny
Right.
pancake center. I'm gonna eat 10 of those.
Oh, wait.
10.
Are you... Oh, okay.
I'm eating 10, and then I'm gonna cry into my cup of coffee, and I'm gonna get another coffee, and I'm gonna get myself a chocolate milkshake. You know what? Fuck diets, no more. 350-pound Peggy, here we come. I don't even care anymore. I don't care. She's hoofing it over to her cruiser.
I mean, you could care. You could 100% care. It's, it's your body. It's not forever.
I'm eating.
She's gonna be okay.
This is the shittiest night. 24 hours, 48 hours. This is all, it's shit. It's all shit. Everything is shit.
Right. No, I get that.
Did you tell Peggy that it was her brother that attacked her? Or no?
I didn't.
Okay.
And I was going to, but she's like, it's very clear on her face that Mori wanted to tell her.
Mhm.
But it's, it's like, well, do I tell her before or after the 10 slam sandwiches?
You are not. Yeah. You do question if you should tell her, because she's just grumbling as she's getting in her car and cleaning it out about whoever did this to Gwen she wants to find, or she hopes they get hit by a bus and they survive, but they are a vegetable, but aware. Like, just the worst curses that are just like, Peggy, why would you say that? Just bad stuff. Just angry.
Yeah. Shoot. God.
Yeah.
Like, Mori is still mourning Azriel. So she's just like, what can she even say, right?
Yeah, maybe nothing. But Peggy is just...
We could always come back and get her later.
Yeah, unless it's dangerous for her because of those people we were talking about, those questioning weirdos. Because we're basically vigilantes now. We're basically wanted we're basically outlaws. We're basically alien hunters that have proven that aliens are real, and the FBI is going to want us. The CIA is going to want us. Homeland Security is going to want us. And there's nothing that we can do. All we can do is eat some ham slams and cry into our coffee cups because we lost. This was a loss. This was the life kicking me in the ovaries. And they've been kicked thoroughly, and they're in the inside. There aren't even balls hanging down, saggy, easy to kick. Life had to shove its foot up my asshole or vagina to kick me where it counted. And oh, it did! And she starts crying. She's shoving
Okay,
things.
yeah. I'll take that as like a, yes, I can hug you, so I'm going to hug you.
She returns the hug and cries for a solid, 10 minutes. And when she's done, she
Looks
sniffles.
like I'm hugging the air.
She just thinks, I kind of liked this all better when I thought you were an alien. Not that I don't like you now,
I could just disappear, you know?
And then we would
We
both
could go back to normal.
we would both be alone.
Do you still have her?
She looks at the hospital. We've got people to save first. If we're lucky enough to live through it, Mori, maybe I'll take you up on that. She squeezes your shoulder and then finishes packing her duffel and tote bag.
Right. Then if you would like to, quote unquote, save the world, maybe not 10 of those sandwiches, you know?
Okay, just 2, maybe 3.
Right. And lots of exercise.
I hate exercise.
Right. But you want to be Batman. Whatever Batman is, right?
Fair enough.
Right. Let's get you food. And Mori is going to drop it on Peggy so that she can actually move. And not, run into people and them be shocked that she's invisible. Right. An hour walk should be plenty of exercise for those 3 sandwiches, right? Come on.
She just sighs. Huffing it.
While we're huffing, you said that Aurora hung up on Mori, right? On when it was Aurora's part?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to call her again.
There's no answer.
Just leaves the message. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm here for you. Need anything, just let me know. I'll be there. Love you forever. Hangs up.
So you and
then,
do you and Peggy make your way to Scrubs?
yep, make our way to Scrubs. I'm like cheering her on the entire way.
Oh my gosh.
Every time she needs to stop for a break. Yep, come on, you got this.
I hate exercising.
Right. I get that, but this is like an everyday thing for me, so come on, let's go.
I'm short.
You are short. I'm also short. You know how tall I am?
She's like, yeah, but I got 180 pounds on you? Ugh.
Maybe. But we can work it down. You got this.
Your false bravado bleeds my hope dry. She just chuckles, dragging her
But
bag
you
at one
should
point.
feel a little bit, just a little bit stronger because of you drank my blood.
Yeah.
So you should be a bit stronger. I get real close for that, just like in her ear. So it could be worse, but you're making good progress. We're almost there.
She complains, but an hour later, you guys make it. And she does indeed
Right. You
order
deserve those kind of
2 ham slams, coffee, a milkshake. Yeah. And the cinnamon bites.
Okay, well that. Oh, sure, that's fine. You did it. Good job.
When you make any eyes at her, she squints, points her fork at you. Like, I dare you to speak. But even in the chaos of everything that's happened, it's so mundane and human, this little interaction between you and Peggy. You feel a little lighter, despite how heavy everything is to carry. And
It gave her something to focus on. You know.
yeah, Mori, it feels nice to have a sibling. In this moment, it's unremarkable and yet remarkable.
She kind of thinks to herself, this isn't so bad. Wish I could have lived every day this way, but at least I have now.
Peggy is very good at talking and filling this space between the two of you.
Mori will respond when it's appropriate, and it does keep away the thoughts. The ones that have been plaguing her for the past 2 days or so. And she's so thankful for Peggy right now. Even though it doesn't settle in until a little bit later.
And I think there we'll meanwhile back to the compound to Damien. Where you I need you to make a roll for me. Yeah, I need you to roll just a composure and resolve for something.
I'm good at that.
Mm-hmm.
There's one with a crit get me 5.
In this quiet moment, there is a couple of things that happened. One among them, you succeeded your remorse test earlier. And a altruistic feeling kind of drapes you in warmth, which is a bit alien, but it isn't unkind. There's no words spoken between you and Mia. Not a word. But it is so emotionally charged. The way that she tends to you, that you can't help but feel something in this moment. It's in some ways hard to describe for the monster that has built and built and built and is in control, though the beast that's in control is in control because someone has to make these hard choices. Someone has to for survival in this world. It's gritty, it's dark, there's a whole lot of villainy. But this moment, being exposed as you are, feels different. It isn't exposure seeking for weakness, it's exposure seeking trust. And Mia, her dedication to you is beautiful to both you and Beast. And because there's such silence in this moment, it allows the two of you to stew in your own thoughts. And so you do. Everything that you have done for Robbie, everything that you have done for her, every choice Some would say it was villainy. Others could argue it was an act of heroism. Morally gray. Something wrong for the right reasons. And the alignment of convictions toward your touchstones are so significant, Damien, that you gain a point of humanity. "30 minutes later, the both of you are toweling off, drying. Still no words spoken. Her hair is thick and long. With no hair dryer, she simply towel scrunches it before attempting to braid it over her shoulder. And you can tell that she's getting frustrated with the locks because she keeps starting over.
Why don't you let me do that?
Mia is not typically a soft woman, but the almost coy look she gives you, it's so feminine and delicate. And then she flicks all that hair behind her shoulder and hands you her scrunchie.
It's going to take the scrunchie from her, and probably with more finesse than he should, but he just imagines at this point for him it's normal, but to like a human, it's like the kind of speed that he's able to do it is just, it's not realistic. Like, it's not human. Like, shouldn't be possible, but it's just like where she struggled for him, it's, grabbing her hair, taking the scrunchie, folding it, and finally getting it the way she usually has it, and kind of smiles when he finishes. But to the human eye, it would seem just odd and strange how someone can do something with such precision and finesse to a point where it's almost just uncanny, I think is the right word.
You're one of those 90s commercials with like the hair braider.
Yeah.
And she's surprised and then murmurs, "Thanks."
I guess we'll put a hair dryer on the list.
She shrugs. It'll just take a couple hours.
Yeah, but you won't be happy about it. That's for sure.
Thank you. By the way.
You're welcome.
Thank you for taking care of Robbie, too.
I'm trying my best. I just have to remember he's still a kid.
She nods. Her eyes becoming a little tormented. The expression behind them is storm. Yeah. He is just a kid.
He is not like us. He doesn't understand what it takes to be done, and sometimes, naivety and all that just seeps into perspective, and you think things are a certain way, but it's just not. It's more nuanced. It's more hard to explain. Lucian's his own bodyguard. Michael.
She looks at you. Lucian, huh?
Yes.
Who's
this
that?
Weird split personality.
Did you do that?
I wish. Not even I can play God like that.
I saw Azriel's dog today. During the day.
Yeah, he's here. We found him just wandering.
Why would
Don't.
Azriel leave his dog? Damien.
I don't know. That's as good a question as any.
Ooh, you lie to her? Go ahead and roll your subterfuge and your manipulation.
That's fine. What does a 4 get me?
She believes you. She's just squinting at you.
I don't know how he exited the picture as a whole. I just said, do what's best for you. If you want to go, you go. I can't hold you here. There's a level of emotional manipulation that he possibly felt. I don't know. He wanted out.
I see. She's gonna hug you. After a moment of thought, you can see that she's like processing something, and then she decides probably to give you the benefit of the doubt. And she embraces you.
He's gonna return the hug. Like, he's not just gonna let her just hug him and then just stand there limp like a noodle.
What do you mean? All she says after that is, what's our plan?
I would like to know the radio chatter of the city. I think we've made enough noise to, I don't know. There's no way we go unnoticed with the amount of crap we've caused.
So what does that mean? We lay low? Until...
No, we don't lay low. We just be smart.
Some of us have a harder time with that than others.
Who are you talking about currently?
Robbie and Zero.
Zero, listen, Zero's easy. You just give him, like, crap and he's like a dog. He's just gonna chase a car, but if you put something in front of him that he likes, he'll just be completely 100% susceptible to it.
Okay, sure. She moves over to her phone and clicks a couple times, and then flips it around to you. You see it says local ferret steals phone.
Okay, that was my fault, okay? I can be blamed for that.
Oh, so you're in the not smart category now?
Listen, sometimes you make stupid decisions, and that was a stupid decision. It equated to something smarter later, but I'll take the L on this one, all right? I was dumb. I could have handled it better.
I believe you.
Trust me, his heist days are over.
She is so smart, Damien, the way she's looking at you. I believe you even when you lie to me. So you want to know what I put
just call.
together?
Go on.
Sure. She lifts a couple fingers. She's like, why would I call you out? You and I know how this ends.
Right.
So if your final words to me are the kind that are untrue... She shrugs. That's something that you'll take with you if God sends us to hell. Right? But I digress, Damien. We've both lied to each other. So I've put together that your style of beastie, there's like a game inside you. Some great tennis match being played between what you were and what you are. Am I wrong?
There's also the other one up here.
I'm sure that's a complication and not the status quo.
Apparently at some point she'll just be assimilated. It won't matter anyway.
I see. So then the chessboard or tennis match, the court in either way, so to speak, stays the same. The players are just a little different for you right now. But it always ends up being two. You see, I've managed to put together, it's about the choices. And in some ways, it's about the why. It's a conquest of morality, so to speak. Like a pendulum. And there's significant difference in you, at least as far as I can tell. The others in your group, maybe not so much. She suddenly hugs herself, Damien, and you feel this stress and pressure rise up in her. Damien. Is there a chance that you can even be saved? And we're gonna BRB right there. And we're back. All right, Damien. Scene is still in your court.
If anything, I would say there's more of kind of like a loss for words for a moment, because like his whole perception up until this point has more or less been, I don't think there's a redemption. I think there's only one place that I can go, and it's being pushed into like, not necessarily into like a negative or bad place, but like there's only one outcome for himself that he can possibly see, and that's in the end dying to the sun. So the idea of redemption has never really been like on his mind. It's never been on his radar. So for the moment, like he's just, it takes like a little bit to gather himself, and after a good maybe like 15-20 seconds he finally comes back to his senses, and he's just like, I've never really seen an outcome where any form of redemption is humanly possible. I can't go back to being human. I'm locked into this. There's no reset button. There's no going back.
But you're locked into this pendulum. And it is always swinging. I can tell the difference. I see a difference in you. Is it something you would even want to try?
I can try, but I don't know how to get back between swinging back and forth. Just feels natural, but almost unnatural at times. I have to do what's necessary for all of us. And if I'm going to die in the end, I have to make sure Robbie's okay. That's what matters. I can only imagine how you feel about all of this.
I don't want to put Robbie down.
He's like the brother I never had. I told him that too.
If
I can only imagine what you feel about what I am. I'm everything you despise in a living body. Well, not really living, I guess. Unliving.
you're also everything I have ever cared for, everything I have ever loved, every reason I have ever hunted.
You know I can't exist.
But what if you could?
Could you live with that? Could you live with the idea of allowing me to keep living? Because I don't know how to get back on a path that's even remotely normal, because I'm not normal. I'm the furthest thing from normal. I can't get back on that path without help.
I'm not the best at kindness or softness. I never have been. On my knife's edge. But what if we gave ourselves a chance?
What if it's just false light in the end?
We already know our exit's tragedy, if that's the case, don't we?
Yeah. Can you live with that? That's what I want to know. I may be your everything, but what happens when at some point you grow to resent the very thing you love? What happens when that knife's edge just wants to plunge it into my heart? Can you live with that?
She inhales quickly. You can feel her torment over this choice. I might only resent you if you went into the dark and you never came back. And if that's something you do, if that's something that ends up happening, Damien, you better willingly let my knife do what it will. Because to answer your question, no. I couldn't live with that. Without you. But I wouldn't have to. If you go into the dark, then I will follow right behind. But as much as I played in my mind, I can't turn that knife on Robbie. So the only option I have is we try.
Yes, we try. But I can't do it alone.
And I'll be right here by you. No secrets. No secrets, or this isn't going to work.
And no secrets. That's how it's gotta be.
She nods.
He will extend a hand out.
She takes it slowly.
He's gonna slowly pull her into a hug.
I've killed a lot of people, Damien. A lot of people that I thought were monsters and they weren't. A lot of innocent people. Because it was better to kill them than risk them being a monster. And now watching Robbie, maybe all those monsters I killed weren't really that monstrous after all. Maybe it was just the ones that their pendulum got out of sync. Maybe those are the ones I should have been hunting all along.
You were doing what was necessary and what you felt was right. Having regret is perfectly fine, but
I don't regret it. Though, Damien, if I regretted it, I would die under the pressure. I just did what I had to do. It's a shame that they died, but I can't change it. I can't go back. You say that you're a monster on the outside, on the inside too. Well, so am I.
to me, you're not to me, you're not a monster.
I feel the same way about you. I'll do whatever needs to be done to protect Robbie. To give him a chance in this world.
We can for him. We'll do the best we can.
And if we fail, we go together.
At least he'll have a future.
Yeah.
Damien will slowly move in to kiss her.
Okay. As he does so, I need you to roll a composure and resolve.
That was 6.
Okay. Oh,
Wait, take that back. 5, not 6. Sorry. Miscalculate.
no worries. In initiating this closeness, you as the player have a choice. Does this become a conviction for you? This decision to try.
Sure as hell gonna try. Like, he's gonna give it. Gonna try and give it a go, but he's still unsure if he could do it, but he's just gonna try. Gonna try.
Your beast agrees with you. However, its understanding and definition of this conviction is, in some cases, doing the evil thing for the right reason. But making this a conviction, kissing Mia, feeling close to her, you may mark another point of humanity. You can gain no more tonight.
Enough.
And from there, we meanwhile over to Michael. After your run-in with Robbie, what are you doing?
I think Michael's a little hungry. He's going to let Hanson know that he's going to step out and try to get a proper meal since he wasn't able to finish last night. He doesn't want to cause any more accidents.
Okay. Hanson says, then perhaps you should message the sire.
I think this is the first time he doesn't even know if he has a phone. He checks on him.
I don't know, Damien, does Michael have a phone?
No, he didn't take it from him that I recall, so he might have a phone on him.
Well, yeah, you have a... Oh boy.
I'm going to look at the phone, study it for a second, see if there's any information on whoever it belonged to before me.
Yeah, some guy named Azriel.
Is there any contact for Artemis, Damien?
There's no Artemis in there, so...
I do know Artemis's other name is Damien. That's what.
then there is
Robbie
a Damien.
calls him.
Yes.
I'll shoot that a message. Hey, this is Michael. I'm going to go out to feed real quick. I'm a little peckish. I don't want to cause any problems from being hungry. And then I'll head out.
Okay. Is there any response from Damien before he heads out?
Guess you just get a thumbs up emoji at most. So go get him, Tiger.
Okay. So I'll have you roll for your hunting, streetwise, and intelligence.
Excellent. Can I blood surge this to help myself out? I'm going to get a little more hungry because yes, I am. I am looking for my preferred prey, by the way.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that was really good. I'm glad I blood surged. That's 4 sucks.
4 successes. You do find a group of Kindred at a local club. They seem to be some kind of fancy coterie.
I'm gonna see if I can try to get their attention, or just one of them. See if I can convince them to follow me. Make a little game of it.
What kind of game of it?
See if any of them I'll try to seduce them from across. So where are they?
So they are in their own little nook with a couple humans. It looks like they're feeding, in a way. Kind of hunting, quote unquote. The music in this bar is, in this club, is just kind of hardcore, a bit poppy. Kind of like this.
I'm gonna just try to see if any of them like get their attention to me, noticing me as another vampire. And then if any of them make eye contact with me, I'm gonna start kind of flirting with them.
Okay, roll a manipulation and a persuasion.
So will you let me add my good looks to it?
Yeah. Based off what clan these kindred are? Yeah. I'll let you do it.
I'm gonna use a storyteller willpower, because that was a bad roll. Oh, that's an amazing roll. Thank you, storyteller willpower. 6 sucks.
Okay. Yeah, there's a pale-haired girl among them who thinks you're pretty handsome in your bad boy looks, and she swaggers over to you, and you are.
As she swaggers over, I'm gonna leave and make her follow me.
Okay, she does not leave the club. Like, if you leave the club, she stays inside.
Yes, I will let her approach then.
Okay, so you, like, double back inside. She sees you, you see her. Like, stalk each other till you finally meet at the bar. Kind of like, what's a tall glass of water like you doing in a desert like this?
New in town. Was looking for a good place to have some fun.
She says, well, you found it here. And then she invites you to dance.
Sure.
So the seduction between the two of you twists and twists and twists. This is going to take a minute. It's an hour long or plus game. So you're whining and dining for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. And finally she asks if you want to go upstairs.
Sounds like fun to me.
Okay. Once the two of you get upstairs, you get into a private area, very small, like curtained off room. She asks if you want to share a morsel.
That sounds like fun.
Okay. So she'll bring in a seduced mortal to feed from.
I'll let her take the first bite.
Okay.
I'll take a bite of the seduced mortal's wrist.
Okay. Sanguine residence. It's like the two of you
Is there
are
anybody else in
sharing
this private
a
room?
martini. No, it's just you two and the mortal, who's super into all this.
After I get like just a single point off the mortal, I'll kind of switch it up and go into her neck.
Okay.
It'll start off like first like I'm kissing before it turns into a nice bite.
Okay. So you bite her. You're able to slack one hunger before she kind of gets you, like, shoves you off, looking at you like you're a naughty wackus bonkus.
I lick my lips and just wink.
I think she's gonna ask for your phone number after this.
I think I'll pull out my phone. I don't even look at whatever my phone number is.
Okay, she'll put her name and her number in. Types her name in as Eve. And she just says message her when you're out on this side of town again. And then of course she asks for your name.
I'm Michael.
Okay. Michael. She gets her number. And you have successfully fed. So you've been able to drop 2 points of hunger.
Got it. Thank you.
And don't forget to make any rolls for your willpower and your like health damage this new night.
Oh yeah, I should definitely do that.
Yeah, don't forget. I was looking at your character sheet. Okay. So that takes a significant amount of time, but it pays off, so to speak.
And a new friend.
Anything else for Michael?
I think he'll just kind of explore this side of town a little bit until he gets the call back from, or just to explore, just kind of see if he can learn anything. Stumble across anything else that might be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, this is a really good feeding area. So a lot of like dark alleys, low light, lots of different kind of pubs, bars, clubs, like sort of a seedier side of downtown. Quite decadent and debased.
I'll see if I come across any other vampires too. I just want to get a feel for how many of them are out here.
There's 2 more, but one of them you can't really be sure. The second one, you just see the eyes kind of glitter like a cat's as he ducks into an alleyway. So total, there's 6 in this area total, which is kind of a lot. But you can imagine they're probably all same faction, maybe.
Perhaps Eve will tell her friends about me. I could have a lot of fun with all these new friends. And I'll slowly walk home after that.
Okay. So at that point, we'll meanwhile to Aurora. You make it back to town. However, I would like you to roll a intelligence and a streetwise for me.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't think Aurora knows where in town she ends up. Oh, that's a 3.
You actually, crazily enough, with a 3, as if there's some like red string that tethers you between the distance, your owl little body perches on this unlit street lamp. And you're looking down at this semi-busy parking lot, and you see a very familiar ghoul, Peggy, in the window of Scrubs. Where Peggy is, usually Mori is too. But the choice is yours on if you engage or not.
Oh yeah, I think that Aurora is probably gonna just tap on the window a little bit.
As an owl, Peggy screams.
Yeah.
Peggy's like, ah!
And she just does her owl, the owl tilt.
Ah!
And flutters again.
Oh my god, that scared me. What does it want? Hello?
Don't know. We could ask.
What? I'm not talking to an owl. You can talk to an owl?
And the pecking definitely becomes a little more desperate. Like, please,
go on.
Like, and
Take
it looks
your
very
Hogwarts
sad.
letter
It looks
somewhere
very
else.
sad. It
You
looks
know
so
what?
sad. It has big eyes.
I'll be back. You want to come, or are you just gonna finish your second burger?
Yeah, I'm almost. Are you sure? I think it's hungry. And she like hands you a piece of ham.
Sure.
Through the window?
Thank you.
No, she hands it to
No.
Mori.
And Mori goes outside, kind of looking at the owl a little bit strangely.
The
Actually,
owl
speaking of
flies
sorry,
around her.
Bloodhound, Jesse,
Yeah.
would that come into play? Would I recognize her smell? Could I roll for it?
You can roll.
Sure. Let's see. It is Resolve Awareness. Resolve Awareness. Okay. Good. 5 sucks.
Yeah. After a moment, you're like, oh my god, I know who this is. Yeah. You recognize Aurora?
Aurora?
And is there like a dark alleyway that's very like inconspicuous where they could go?
100%. I'm sure there's somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
I will just be like, oh, over here.
And yeah, she transforms and kind of just collapses in your arms and begins to sob.
Aurora, what happened?
I mean, it's all
she takes
tattered,
off her big, heavy black jacket and puts it on Aurora.
I killed someone. I'm so sorry. I killed someone.
She doesn't even look at you judgingly. She just immediately hugs Aurora and just says, I'm so sorry you had to do that. I'm so sorry. And just holds her. She doesn't say anything else. She just holds her.
I didn't mean to. I just woke up and there was these bodies all around me and these they were all animals, and then one of them was this man, and I don't know what happened. I was talking with you one moment and then I'm so sorry.
Mori will run her fingers through Aurora's hair and just rub her back with her other hand and just say, you don't have to apologize to me, Aurora. I'm sorry. I never wanted you to feel this.
I'm so sorry I disappointed you.
She'll just
I'm so sorry.
take both hands and just grab her face, look her dead in the eyes, and just say, you have never once disappointed me, Aurora.
I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't mean to. He had a family. And I just took everything. I'm so sorry.
All you can do, Aurora, is do better next time. Were you hungry? What happened? Did you just black out and woke up in an alley, or?
I woke up in a shipping container. I think because we did so much stuff, and because of what happened with Azriel and everything, I just woke up and I called you, and it's just something in me just snapped, and I was so hungry, and I don't remember anything. I don't ever remember anything. It's just every time this happens where I just snap, I just black out, and I don't know. And that's the worst part. I don't even fucking feel I have control.
Mori will just nod her head listening, and she'll say, well, from now on, I will never leave your side. And she'll bring out the prayer beads that she received from Alma, and she'll kind of hand them to Aurora and say, I will be whatever I can be for you. I will be your sword, your shield. I will stop you from this ever happening again.
I have a very important question, Storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Are these the same exact beads we saw at the beginning of the campaign?
They're very similar, yes. The prayer beads that were with the Bible, almost identical. Overhead, or as Aurora has this realization, the lights begin to flicker, and all of the lights and scrubs go out. You hear people like raise a ruckus, and then suddenly the lights brown and turn back on, and both of you recognize you're no longer alone in the alleyway, breathing like some tortured revenant. Stone is standing in the dark.
What is his state?
In terms of...
How does he look? Does he look crazed? Does he look hurt? Does he look disheveled?
He looks greasy. It looks like he's been on a mission and maybe had a rough night.
Stone, where were you?
His gaze is fixated on Aurora. Looking for you.
Does she make the connection that the memory loss is very similar to what happened that one night at the club?
Oh, yes. And you remember that half of the tattoo is gone.
You were with her. Why weren't you protecting her?
He lifts his shirt, and you see this fist-sized hole in his chest.
A frenziing kindred is quite the challenge, no matter the age.
Oh my god, this is my fault.
He drops his shirt, pulls
I hurt you too.
his big jacket, and he says,
I didn't feel a thing.
It doesn't matter that you didn't feel a thing. I hurt you. That's not okay. And yeah, she's gonna do. Oh god, this is really early in the night.
No.
She's gonna do. She's
Mori,
gonna try to heal.
Mori's gonna stop you.
Stone.
Nope.
Oh, I
No,
can't. This
you
is
can't.
my
No.
fault. This is my fault.
How are you feeling? Are you hungry?
No, I'm not.
And Mori kind of puts her arm down and steps to the side.
It's my fault, Mori. I have to make things. I came back because I had to make I have to make things right. And she's gonna get a little hungrier, and she's gonna heal. She's gonna heal Stone.
He says no.
Oh. She's like, what do you mean, no? I did this. This is my fault. I need to take responsibility. This is my fault. I should have been more careful.
I could have stopped you, but I was surprised. I am just sorry I did not sense it sooner.
You are not.
But you are well,
No.
and a decision is now laid before you. Come. Let us leave this place.
And before she turns to Mori, she's like, Peggy, she's gonna be okay.
What do you mean?
We're gonna make sure she's okay. All right?
Right. I mean, she's okay now. What are you talking about?
And she hugs Mori. And she says, you don't have to follow me if you don't want to. You can be with Peggy. You can be happy.
What are you planning to do?
what I've always wanted to do. And that's protect you and the people that I have found that have become my family. My tribe. My pack. And I'm so sorry. I'm gonna do everything it takes to make sure they're safe.
Why does this sound like a goodbye, Aurora?
It's not a goodbye. But I just need you to know that the decisions that we're gonna make are gonna have to be very hard. If what you say is true and the Second Inquisition, I need you to understand that those feelings that you have towards the Banu Hakim, that is not something you can easily control. It's not you, and they are embroiled in this so much deeper. They cannot be trusted. And I don't know if I can ask you to give them up.
I already have. What do you mean? I'll throw it away. Everything. What? Just speak plainly.
We need to go. And
Go
she
where?
nods Stone.
Stone, you can't see him. Like, the minute he stops moving, even to your eyes, he's gone. But when you look to him, he does reach for you, and he suddenly becomes visible. It's a little bit of a jump scare and very creepy.
Mm-hmm. She takes his hand and just grabs it.
It doesn't
firmly.
really feel like flesh, his hand. It feels more like marble. It is.
Oh no, it feels like a thing.
It's very cold.
Okay, that's so nasty. Be the player, very nasty. Aurora's just gonna close her eyes and just go with it. Go with that. Just follow that feeling and keep her hands on. Hold out her hand to Mori and say, "It's time to go."
Why can't you just tell me what's going on?
Because
What?
I don't know if I have all the pieces and there's not much time.
Okay, the player feels like this is like, what is it? A point in the game where it's just like, you can't turn back sort of thing. Oh, God.
It's okay to stay, Mori. I'll always find you. I found you tonight, and I'll find you in the future. I'll always find you. I'll always fight for you. Just because you can't see me, just because I'm not there, doesn't mean my love for you is not eternal. That's what love is.
I think Mori is actually panicking because she feels like something monumental's happening and she doesn't understand any of it. And she just says, I want to believe you, but I don't even know what you're talking about. Aurora, just use words that I can understand. I'm not as smart as you. Please.
I think you could tell that because of everything that's happened in the past literally 2 to 3 hours, it's like her brain has put it together, but she doesn't know how to form it in words because it's all the pieces are starting to come into place. It's like a part of her is scared, a part of her is paranoid, and it's like she can't. She doesn't know how to explain it to you because I think of everything that happened. Words are no good right now. And that's what, because you Mori has gotten to know Aurora so well that's like why that you can tell that Aurora's put something that she's put together like the pieces, like using like from a lot of the beginning, and like oh god, and there's so this is kind of a bit of like a combo of like the player putting things together and in a way also Aurora putting things together, but at the same time it's very much still theory, and I don't even think that she knows how to explain it very well. So she only I guess the only thing she'll say to that is she's like, I don't know how to put it into words or put it together, but I just it's from the beginning. I think the Camarilla set us up. I think the camera, something very, very bad. I think the Camarilla is. I don't. They're just. They can't be trusted. They break their own rules all the time. And they're gonna come after us. We're gonna be their scapegoats. If it is true and it's the second Inquisition that you're talking about, we're going to be the scapegoats. We're gonna be served on a platter.
I think Mori swallows. So what do you need me to do? Clenches her jaw. Doesn't know how to help, even if you do say it's the Camarilla.
I think we need Damien's help. He hates my guts, probably, from the sounds of it. And there's something we have to talk to Stone about. There's something going on and we have to make that choice, but we need to either, if you're going to stay with Peggy, that's fine, but I need you to be safe. That's what I need you to do. I need you to follow your heart. Whether it's be with Peggy or to come with us. I trust you.
Oof. Well, okay, I guess I'll just say what's in Mori's mind, right? Over the course of the campaign, like the pack, Aurora's kind of talked about the pleasures of a human life, and I think Mori sort of fell in love with that. She, of course, loves Aurora, and at the same time, she loves her sister, a sister that she never got to grow up with, and it's like choosing between the two worlds is tearing her apart. And so I think for 1 second too long, Mori stands there, fingers just an inch away from your hand.
She just gives you a kiss on the hand and just goes, like disappears as quickly as she can. That's what Aurora does. Seeing the turmoil.
And it was a second too late.
And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god. She has to protect you. You're her girlfriend.
Oh god. Yeah, I was gonna roll for it, and I did roll to stay, so...
Yeah, no, that's perfect. I think I picked up what you were throwing down, so I was like, all right, let's add to the drama. And so that's what I was like,